Now that the House is coming back into session, probably tomorrow, are we finally going to get a vote on that discharge petition to release the full Epstein files? The answer is yes, but it's not going to happen immediately, and that's not because of any weird shenanigans. It's because there is a procedure that has to first play out, which I'm going to explain to you in this video. So first, as you know, there is this bipartisan push in the House to release the entire contents of the massive Epstein files, minus the names of the victims, of course. But because of the rules of the House, nothing can come to the House floor for a vote without the approval of the House Speaker, Mike Johnson. Well, Mike Johnson is opposed to this discharge petition. He says there's no need for it because there's already a House committee led by Republicans who's already looking into the Epstein case. Obviously, that's not good enough for most House members. So, in cases like this, there is a procedure for rank-and-file House members to go around the House Speaker's authority and get bills to the floor for a vote, whether the House Speaker likes it or not. That procedure happens through what's called a discharge petition. And in order to begin that process, the sponsors of the discharge petition need to first gather 218 signatures from sitting members of the House of Representatives. Now, that word sitting is going to become important in a second, and you'll see why. So back in September, Representatives Thomas Massie, a Republican from Kentucky, and Representative Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California, co-sponsored a discharge petition to force the entire Epstein file to be released. The effort really started to pick up steam, and it collected 217 signatures, which included all the Democrats and 4 Republicans. Obviously, Representative Massie, plus Representatives Mace of South Carolina, Boebert of Colorado, and Green of Georgia. Then, Speaker Mike Johnson set the entire House on recess on September 19th, and they've been there ever since. So the discharge petition stalled. Well, in the meantime, the state of Arizona elected a Democrat, Adelita Grijalva, in a special election. Representative-elect Grijalva has already said she will absolutely sign that discharge petition, making her name the 218th on the list. But she has not been sworn in, even though she was elected 7 weeks ago. And until she's sworn in, she is not considered a sitting member of Congress, so she cannot sign the discharge petition. Yet. Now, once the House comes back into session, likely tomorrow, to vote on that Senate deal to reopen the government, Speaker Johnson has promised that he will swear Grijalva in. And once she is a sitting member of Congress, she will sign that discharge petition. Okay, so when that happens, what comes next? Well, as long as none of those Republicans pull their names off the list, which they still could do, once Grijalva signs on and there are 218 signatures, the discharge petition has reached the magic number. And when that happens, those signatures are frozen into the record and they're put on the House calendar. Then there is a waiting period of 7 legislative days. That is a key number. It's not 7 calendar days, it's 7 legislative days, meaning days that the House is actually in session. After those 7 legislative days, either Representative Massie or Khanna will go to the House floor and give a speech letting the House Speaker know that they absolutely want to vote on their discharge petition. Then, according to the House rules, within another 2 legislative days, at a time or place designated by the Speaker, the motion will be called up onto the floor. Then there will be several debates and a couple of procedural votes. In theory, in the end, this discharge petition will pass because it already has 218 signatures, so you would assume those 218 sitting members of Congress would also vote yes. Now, Speaker Mike Johnson has said he is not going to stand in the way of the discharge petition going up for a vote if it reaches that 218 magic number. But here's the key part of this that everyone seems to be missing. Even if this discharge petition passes in the House, that does not mean we are going to immediately see these Epstein files. Why? Because that discharge petition would still have to probably get 60 votes in the Senate, and President Trump would have to sign it into law. And it is extremely unclear if either of those things are going to happen. Now, if you want to read more about how the discharge procedure works, I'm going to email that out to you tonight in my Facts HQ email, so make sure you sign yourself up.